So let's solve question number 111 to 115. So question 111 is from chapter photosynthesis, plant physiology. So fixation of carbon dioxide molecule through Hatch and Slack pathway requires an enzyme called. Okay. So if you remember, the Hatch and Slack pathway is actually C4 pathway, isn't it? The Hatch discovered by the Hatch and Slack. Okay. And it requires an enzyme. Which enzyme is required? Okay. So let's see the pathway first, and then let's decide that which enzyme is needed. Okay. So if you remember that in C3 plant, there is a problem. Okay, the problem is that because of change in temperature and high oxygen concentration, the rubisco, the oxygenase part of the rubisco, okay, start fixing oxygen, resulting in photo respiration. Okay, to solve this, the plant developed an evolutionary method to change the shift the dark reaction from mesophyll cell to bundle of sheath cell. Okay, and for doing that, they had to migrate the carbon dioxide, okay, from the mesophyll cell to bundle of sheath cell. Okay, and they do this by converting, okay, or synthesizing an organic acid. Okay, which is generally oxaloacetic acid. Okay, and since it's an oxaloacetic acid contain 4 carbons, so this pathway is also known as C4 cycle. So what happens here? Okay, so first thing here, what happens is in the mesophyll cell, so there is carbon dioxide, they react them with water. The enzyme involved is carbonic anhydrase. Okay, so carbonic anhydrase convert it into carbonic acid. No, it's not a stable compound, so it's split into protons, okay, as well as bicarbonate. Okay, now they are reacted with phosphoenol pyruvate. Now here you see there's a 1 carbon. Okay, so here there is 3 carbon. Okay, and they do this by the enzyme phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. And as a result, we get oxaloacetic acid, which is a 4 carbon compound. This oxaloacetic acid is further transported, okay, to bundle of sheath cell, where oxaloacetic acid, okay, gets decarboxylated into carbon dioxide and phosphoenol pyruvate, okay, where they are brought back to the mesophyll cell, okay, for the reaction to occur again. Whereas the carbon dioxide which was released in bundle of sheath cell, okay, is used for C3 cycle or Kelvin cycle or dark reaction, right? So here the important enzyme which is involved in the C4 creation of a C4 compound stays the pepcase, okay, or phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. So your right answer will be option A, which is pepcase, okay, or pepcase, right? Then let's go to the next question, okay. Your next question is PEP is primary carbon dioxide in. Just we saw, okay, PEP is carbon, in which plant they occur, okay. So we have C3 plant, okay, because of they have the C3 cycle or Kelvin cycle. Kelvin cycle. C4 plants, okay, C4 plants have C4 cycle and C3 cycle. C3 plant Kelvin cycle, okay, if in rubisco carboxylase is working, okay, then we have C3 cycle. If oxygenase is working, we have C2 cycle or photorespiration. Yeah, C2 cycle is also known as photorespiration, where the plant releases carbon dioxide and it's not synthesizing neither ATP, okay, or any necessary intermediate, they don't do so. So we also call this as a wasteful process. Okay. So here it asks that PEP is primary carbon PEP. Okay. Phosphoenol pyruvate. Okay. Is primary carbon acceptor in. So you know it's happen in C4 plant. Right? C4 plant have the PEP. C3 plant don't have PEP. Okay. Instead, okay, they uses instead they uses the ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. Okay, for synthesizing. So let's see that. Let's write it at what. For C4 plant, it is PEP. For C3 plant, it is ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. And it generate 3-phosphoglycerate. Right? And there is no C2 plant. Okay, there is no C2 plant. Okay, C2 plant, the term is not correct. Okay, but C2 cycle is there, which is photorespiration. So here carbon dioxide not accepted, but they are released out. Okay, so your right answer will be option A. Then the next question is also from plant physiology. Okay, it is respiration in plants. Okay, now they are talking about glycolysis. Okay, so if you remember glycolysis, it start with sucrose. It enters, isn't it? Okay, and they are converted into glucose and fructose by invertase. Fructose and glucose. Okay, then glucose is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted into pyruvate. Okay, and here oxidation happens. And dihydroxyacetone phosphate again is converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and it happens one more time. So you get 2 pyruvate. Okay, so one glucose molecule gives 2 pyruvate, but the oxidation is not complete. The oxidation remains incomplete. Pyruvate enters mitochondria for undergoing complete oxidation. Okay, generating carbon dioxide, water molecule, and ATP. Okay. So what statement says? Let's see. It says a glucose undergo complete oxidation. Okay. So it's not complete oxidation. It's incomplete oxidation to form 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. That's correct, but it's not complete oxidation. Then option B says glucose undergo partial oxidation. Okay. This is correct. Okay. But 1 molecule of pyruvic acid is not correct. Third statement, glucose undergoes complete oxidation to form. It is correct. Okay. 1 molecule of pyruvic acid is not correct. Okay. It's 2 molecule. So glucose undergoes partial oxidation to form 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. This is correct. Okay. So your option will be option D. Then let's go to the next one. Your next question is from plant kingdom. Okay. And you can also say this from your morphology of flowering, sorry, from anatomy of flowering plant, you can also include. Okay. So question number 114, okay, talks about the transporting system. Okay, water transporting system. Now, if you remember water transporting system and from evolutionary aspect of plants, okay, so it was bryophytes, okay, algae, okay, then bryophytes, then came pteridophytes, then came gymnosperm, and then angiosperm. This sequence is also important in respect to evolution chapter also, okay. Because at the time of dinosaurs, okay, there was gymnosperm and not angiosperms, okay. So you can go through that also, okay. So since bryophytes, okay, you know, they are known as the amphibian of the plant kingdom, okay. They need water for fertilization, reproduction, they don't have any water transporting system. They don't have vascular system. There's no vascular system. So system, you can simply neglect it. Algae also don't have a. Then pteridophytes, okay, if we talk about pteridophytes, okay, pteridophytes contain tracheids, okay, for their transportation, okay, they are based on tracheids. Gymnosperm also contain tracheids. Okay, the use of vessels, okay, started from the angiosperms. Right? So based on these information, okay, we can choose that which one of the following have vessels as their characteristic feature. So it will be angiosperm. This question can be also modified, okay, instead of giving you the angiosperm, gymnosperm, pteridophytes, or bryophytes, the name can be changed into resembling a particular plant like mango tree, okay, a pinus, okay, or fern, or marchantia. Okay, such options can also be given. That time also you have to identify that which of among them is an angiosperm, which among them is a gymnosperm, pteridophytes, or bryophytes. Okay. Then let's go to the next question. Next question is from sexual reproduction flowering plant. Okay. So how many meiotic division would be required to produce 101 female gametophyte in an angiosperm? Okay. So if you remember from your chapter, there was a megaspore mother cell. Okay. Now it undergoes meiosis. Meiosis 1. So it generates 2 haploid cells. Then it undergoes meiosis 2. It generates 4 haploid cells. Right. And out of 4, 3 degenerate. Okay, 3 of the haploid cells degenerate. Only one left, which is known as functional megaspore. Which undergoes mitosis to form the female gametophyte. Which means, okay, one megaspore mother cell, okay, ends up into one female gametophyte. So if you need 101 female gametophyte, okay, then how many times you need to do? You need to do the meiosis for 101 times. Okay, so the right answer will be 101, option A. Then see you next video.